see doing some math in my head. Okay. Unhuman set is not broken, but it's not about fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
I don't see any connection to this case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been activated to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed your hero. The exact not white. Not white. Hold. Sorry. I'm out of water, man. What the heck? What do you mean, to be exact, not quite? I want to reveal your hero's killer, but more precisely. I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. And then you really think? Truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed your hero?
Don't make me repeat.
Absolutely, I have no doubt Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Murderous Fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
Somebody else it could be. Murderous Fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. Just bashing someone over the head with a blunt object. Brutal. Like a ghost attacking suddenly and slipping away before the police can catch up to them. What nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. He's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. So could one of us really be that demented psychotic killer like that? Yes. Not wrong to wonder. Or is me in the middle right now? That's something that would provide prove it, and I can show you. Then show me. Just show me. Oh, we just talk past them. Okay. I have a basis to believe that I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? Somewhere I'd like to take you, this will provide the evidence you need. Is it the cabinet? Or the library room?
It's all clear now.
Genocide Jack is the one that killed your hero. Evidence is something like that, really? The 16th student? Hey, you two? We trouble, need your help?
I don't have time.
We're busy, leave us alone. But it's emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me.
Please.
Serious emergency, please, you gotta help me. Calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
There's an emergency. Emergency, what happened?
Well...
What's wrong with Toko? She's acting super strange. No, what makes you say that? She was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Toko, I must admit... As a Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. But we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat.
They make me repeat myself. Didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no and that would be the end of it.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry. Wait for us,
Let's
Hina.
go.
Head to the dorms, Toko's room most likely. You're right. Junko. Celeste. Chihiro. Oi. Toko inside, some kind of emergency? Let me in, Hina. Think you're just too fast? What's the emergency?
So...
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did,
Hmm.
it was weird. She was to come out, she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
Talking to her ourselves? Good idea. May as well give it a shot. Ding dong, bing bong. Door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap. Aura of negativity flowed out from beyond the door, forcing a grasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. Yes. I'll drive out the killer to drive out the murderous fiend. Doesn't make any sense, right? Afraid to leave her in there alone, so I try to bust down her door. I felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. She's thinking the same thing as Byakuya. Serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Bro, I got a meeting for you. You can get to ask her. Come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. That's fine. And talk to her by a while. I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door and making a sound and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
what do you want?
leave me alone or else so annoying. Byakuya?
Byakuya.
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. Nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. What took we talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
I have no idea. Another one of their delusions, I'm sure. So, he was using her because she was smitten to be an accomplice, and she chickened out. She didn't want to become a murderous fiend again. And Byakuya went through with it and trying to put the blame on her. But
Stop talking.
say I don't know, and that means I don't know. Just let Hino take care of her. So he's now trying to lead the crusade on the finding out who did it. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. I'm waiting for a reply. Byakuya sped away. Byakuya. And I hurried to catch up. I had talked to him several times as we walked. Didn't even look back, let alone say anything. Walking towards the destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. Library? Let's go in. I did forget my bevy. I can wait until we're done. I didn't have any more water either. On the side of this door. The archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Over here?
Let's go.
All makes sense once you're inside. Well, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too.
So, in other words,
No value in this place to endure the dust. So, in other words... I wanted the lamp. Stuff with tight files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Should I buy indeed to flip that file? Oh.
that's right.
The report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. Want me to classify it for another 30 years? Are you sure you want to look at it now? And telling whose crosshairs you might wind up for peeking at it. Turn the file into the shelf. Oh, it's a desk lamp. Same one that's saw by Akoya using in the library before. Where'd you find an extension cord?
What?
Your problem with the lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's dark over there, I thought I'd put it into good use. Donkey donk. A wooden box is empty. Judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. See a price tag. Wonder what it was. Extension cord plugged in there. Proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? Must have known all these
That's
things.
enough.
Documents are dangerous. Dangerous. Tell all the people who control the world from behind the scenes dangerous truth for a commoner. Mainly members of the Diet or something? I mean the ones with real power, the Secret Council, controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll let it go for now. Kind of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. Thinking looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. You just filled with graphic, disturbing footage of all kinds of crime scenes. All kinds of crime scenes. Kind of thing that any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Internal documents for police files only, they're not the kind of thing you expected to leak. Oh? So you finally begin to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. Home to classified government documents, police record, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? Can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Oh well, not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? Suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps Mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. No, you can't keep up with all this, it's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. You don't understand what they actually represent. You don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? What makes you think your own common sense applies to me as well? Documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all of this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? Family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. It includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other
I
words,
already told you the Secret Council that controls the world from the shadows. Family is a member of their council. I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. Whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through these reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. Actually, the mental exercise, I've stalled more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. Among all those reports, one of the more recent favorites, an Inside Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. First characteristic is the blood writing. Bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second, victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Donka donka don. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened with your hero. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. Second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, only one who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and not other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, nor no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now if you recall your hero's corpse, yes, it was mounted. Mounted in this fashion. How could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other
Culprit
words,
isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Duh.
in other words,
That's right, there is evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. And the Genocide Jack really is. A brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us.
interesting.
These are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? Never imagined the killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of a little game. And don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? I might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such
Get
ignorance.
down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Wish to look at the file? Oh, whoops. I thought we were gonna have to do the, I mean, I'll look at the, thing. I thought we were gonna have to scroll through his dialogue again, and then, go past the clue option, or the inspect option, the react. All those files, investigation reports related to different cold cases, they're internal documents for police that's only, they're not the kind of thing you put the leak. The graphic, okay. At the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it? You didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look around, look at it in here, I'll take it with you. Hand me the file and I flipped through it with tense and nervous fingers. My hand stopped, reached the page with photos from the scene of each crime that had been collected. Names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on several pages. Ken Harada 32, Tetsuro Honda 17, Shoji Gaku 23, Kano Esai 14, Takeshi Yoshida 30. And the other cases that the scene of the crime, the bloodlust, was written in the victim's blood. The scissors used in the murder were apparently custom made, which every pair left at each murder scene seeming to be of the same material and construction. Murder murder place in the park lot of the victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. Victim Ken Harada, office worker, 32. Okay, so it couldn't have been her. Because, this is why Baku... I want to say Bakugan every time, man. Barakuya, must have done it. Because they weren't used, the scissors weren't used. It was the dumbbell. Murder took place in the parking lot of the victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used attachment to the wall. It's the same writing. Auto. Kamatsuna, Taru, Takafumi, Jano, Uchada, Nachoshi, Takeshi, Masamune. Okay. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the colored countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. Seen in every murder, the word blood left in the victim's own blood. I can read you like a thing of film, Bayakuya. You'll find another interesting tidbit. Next page. It's a giant file, man. In book form. Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays and nights, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. As eyewitnesses had never come forward, it isn't likely there were any external reason for this. Confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. I mean, there's a reason why they're so heavy-handing Toko. Later, when you figure out Baku, it's the personality like some kind of thing you see on TV. Part of another totally unbelievable story. This one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. I gotta change my batteries. Maybe it really isn't, I don't know, if you leave my mind has gone numb. Inside Jack case files and added to the truth bullet section of your handy book.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Oh, where are you be going? Anywhere but here, we finished our business here, haven't we? Oh wait, Bayakuya. He's personally just showing us around what he wants to show us. Bayakuya turned to the left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. So, all of that. It's all of a sudden like that.
I don't have time to
Wanna
play
know
with
if you're
you.
annoying, Miss, Appreciations? Did you really think we'd be together the entire time? The whole time. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful and move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like that, he was gone. The NCD asked me to join him, caught me off. Like that was just some play thing getting tossed around. Covered some really important clues thanks to him. Decided Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. That murderous fiend. It's one of us. But who is it? Have to find that out, no matter what it takes. To do that, there's somewhere I have to go and investigate one more time. Crime scene, the girl locker room, we should check the boys' locker room too. If this might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. Everything I can. The locker room, please. Dun, 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 dun. You feel me? Ding ding ding, if Emily has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel
How does
as
that
if
increase for me? Evidence, what did you find?
Mm-hmm.
And I revealed that just yet.
That's it.
But I guarantee
I'm
you that
sure
what I
of
found
it.
will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Mrs. Embrace said she witnessed something wild too. Okay, what did she see?
Well,
Just tell me
it
it's like
would
girl bullies the
seem...
boy she likes, right? Sure. Okay, so where's Celeste now? Warehouse down by the dorm. She was there about the same time up there. What's it gonna be? Tornado? Popular boy band called Tornado. And that doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. What is this? Rain standing on the carpet? What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the Truth Bowl section of your handy book. I'm putting together the case. I don't know what's up with the poop stain on the carpet. Someone's using these cameras to watch people die. Leave it alone. The poop stain's where you lose me. We're going to the pool. That's my bad. Can I clue into lockers? Guess not. Alright. Bleachers. Where's the chair? Whiteboard? There's another way over here. But like, why? I think we're done here. Leave the pool. Leave the boys' locker room. Go to the girls' locker room. Bloodlust. Big breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Excuse you. Doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. But wait, this reminds me of the poster in the other locker room is. Something strange about this. Poster for a popular boy band. Our locker room is a poster of a big breasted swimsuit model. Posters have been switched. They were why and what's the reason would they have? Talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. The locker room posters have been added to the Truth Bulletin section of your handy book. Hey, Chihiro, how's it hanging? Feel the life journey in my own body. Dead body. The Chihiro's dead body. Word bloodless is written on the wall, and blood. All those other genocide jack cases. Every crime scene, the word bloodless is written in the victim's own blood. What's the font? Can I not view it? That's fine. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
Use it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes you know not use it together. Let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
Something that's been bothering me about the locker room. I drink a lot of protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee in the warehouse, not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. Protein powder in the other locker room. And then a glass of it after exercising. The day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain. I don't see any stain in the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier, the stain has disappeared. Only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. It isn't unusually clean, as if there would never a stain in here to begin with. Disappearing stains have been added to the truth bolt section. I just don't really see the point, though. I get it happened inside the boys' locker room. But why not just do it in the girls' locker room? Dude has a real complex about being weak. Already done that. Bloodstain in the carpet could only have been caused by the chair. It could have only been caused by Chihiro's murder. Okay. The bloodstain on the dumbbell on the floor, and the monicum of violence at the fatality was a blow to the head. Is a murder weapon. Any progress in your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation. What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrating on the murder. We'll go find Hina. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handy book is missing. You may want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
So don't be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girl locker room. Take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That'd be worth worrying about. Add into the truth bullet section of the handybook. She was trying to mess with it. And broke it. Examine the body one more time. Thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Man with what looks like some kind of rope. Yeah, doesn't usually happen in the cases. Rope is used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? Rope has a plug? This isn't the rope at all. More, that's not the only thing that concerns me. Fatal injury was a blow to the head. Someone struck her in the head with, in order to kill her. And she was being suspended and the fatal blow. Didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. Seen them again after looking through the genocide Jack file. Something not quite right. What does this all mean? That is the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handybook. One thing most likely ties all these mysteries together. True nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. Figure that out with a certain place I need to revisit it and look over again. I'm going to look at the genocide Jack case file one more time. I do want to go find Hina at some point. I don't wish to go to the pool. I wish to leave the locker room. Warehouse. Library. And Hina. Oi. Anybody in here? Nope, why would they be? Skirt. Well, the attention cord's missing. To clear of dust. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Lamp won't turn on? Oh, I see it's all plugged in. And this cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. Last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. That's right by Koya was using the extension cord. No extension cord here now. I wonder if... The buried desk lamp has been added to the truth bowl section of the handbook. Extension cord was here before. Review the case one more time. No one's around here somewhere. It's gone. Someone take it out of the archive. Only one who would do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Koya. Alright, we'll go find Hina and Celeste. I doubt anyone's over here, but I'll look anyway. Could be. Reality is everything. Dun 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 dun. What are you doing here? I came to look at Hero's handybook. Many of the students are brought here to the mailbox somehow. Owning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. No problem with borrowing one. Shouldn't be broken. Any letter related to the case or the way something about this bothers me. I believe it is Chiro's. How you doing, Taco? You pogged? Maybe we should have compasses to confess our embarrassing secrets after all. Darn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro, it's all because I wasn't strong enough. No one's in here? Doesn't surprise me. This is my area. Chihiro, not Chihiro. Oi. I could just use the map that I forget how to go to every time. You're in the dining hall. I'm gonna ask you about the poster. Oh, Hina, how's the Toko doing? It was before, she won't come out, and she keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. I just left her there. You left her? It was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. Two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Really? Jerry would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. That was a secret, never eaten a donut before. Should try spending more time with her. I'm gonna think about who did she spend time with.
Well,
A little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. Like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Sakura said something similar. Mentioned that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
It's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I want to talk to the boys all the time. Kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but it's totally fine with the opposite sex. Wait, maybe. You said the guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think someone never really saw her as that kind of girl? Always accounts have been added to the truth bullet section. But what about the posters?
Well,
Alright, maybe I'll ask somebody else. I don't know who else has been there, besides, you two. Oh, knock knock? Oh, it's unlocked. Never mind, not unlocked. Hey kid, how you doing? Smart. No, I will be right back. I'm thirsty. Or just at the warehouse, wherever that is. Okay.